and welcome back to my veg patch. I'm filming this on the 11th of August in Buckinghamshire, and it's just going to be a quick garden tour today. I'm actually going to be filming 3 videos today, so if you see the next 3 videos me wearing the same clothes, don't judge. I do have other clothes. I'm just filming this all in one day. I'm going to take the camera and go first person in a minute and just show you around and show you how everything's going. I'm really happy with how things are going so far. I really wish I'd started filming this project from the beginning, because this whole area here was just a piece of grass when it started in sort of February time. So I don't think it was even February, I think it was March. So everything that I show you here is just completely from a first time novice grower, and I'm really proud of some of the results. I really hope you'll stick around and follow me on my journey. It's really been quite something. As I mentioned, I'm going to be filming 3 videos today. This one's the first one, just a quick garden tour, show you everything, show you what I'm doing. And the second video is just going to be me harvesting some of the produce that you see here today. And then the third video, I'm actually quite excited for. I'm going to go down and visit my dad's allotment. I've not seen it this year at all, so I have no idea what to expect. So stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be interesting. He has said to me previous that I can have a bed or 2 of his and a bit of polytunnel space, so I might do that next year just to add a bit more variety to my videos. Anyway, let's begin the tour. I'll start off right at the back of the plot. This is where I've got a small wildflower section and a couple of apple trees that I actually dug up from over there. I'm going to leave them to go dormant. They're only in small pots at the moment. I'm going to leave them to go dormant before putting them on into bigger pots, and hopefully they forgive me and give me some apples next year. I also have this little apple tree. Now this little apple tree here, I actually planted from seed about a year ago. And when I first moved into this property, it was just a stick in the mud, but it has actually shot up and got a lot more leaves on it now. So hopefully this time next year, it'll be a lot more substantial. Moving on for this area, and moving on to the first bed, I have a few things in here. So I've got some little silver skin onions. They're well on their way. I'm really happy with them. I've got some garlic. These I planted at completely the wrong time, but as I say, I'm a complete novice gardener and I had no idea how long they were going to take. They've started falling over, so I think in the next video I'm just going to pull them up. Probably nothing usable, but a nice experiment anyway. Also in this same bed, I've got some radishes. I think these are like a small Japanese variety. They're sort of a long white one. They're not ready at all, so I won't pull any of those up yet. And hidden away in the back there is actually some pak choy, but it's just being completely overshadowed by these. That's one of the things that I'm sort of learning along the way, is that things take up a lot more space than you realise when they grow to full size, and if you put too much in a bed, you are going to have issues. But we live and learn, eh? Moving on to the next bed. Over here, I've got quite a lot going on really. I've got a couple of different beetroots here. I've got these Boltardi purple beetroots. They have just about started forming some little beetroots on there. Going to be a couple of weeks before I actually get anything from them. Same with these. These are a golden variety. These actually grown a bit more vigorously. Side note, has anybody ever seen this style of leaf growing on these golden varieties? I've got 2 leaves like this, and it's on the plant. I've traced it back and it's definitely on this plant, and I don't understand why this leaf looks completely different from the rest of them. If you do know, can you just chuck it in the comments? Thank you. I've got a couple of tomato plants in here that I chucked in. Weirdly, these are actually doing better outside than the ones inside the tunnel. You'll see in a minute. Of the same variety. So these ones I just got in a Heinz packet, so I have no idea what the variety is. I think they must just be suited to the outside. I have no idea, but they seem to be doing a lot better in this bed than they actually are inside the little tunnel I've got. And just behind it, that beast is a pumpkin plant. It's a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin plant. I just wanted to get a few, move around here so you can see better. I just wanted to get a few pumpkins going, ready for October, so that we can carve some for Halloween. This is the biggest one I've had on here. Because of all the really wet weather we've been having, there's only 3 pumpkins on these 2 plants that are actually forming. A lot of them, the heads are just falling off before they have a chance to develop into anything. I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, or if it's a common issue, or you know, I don't know if it's because it's too wet or what, but if you do know anything about this and how to combat it, please chuck it down in the comment section and I'll be really appreciative. Moving on. This is my little tomato tunnel. I think I started using this tomato tunnel. I think next year I'm probably going to put tomatoes in the greenhouse. I'd no idea how tall the plants would get. I've had to take the tips out pretty early just to make them fit in here. I've got a couple actually ripening up at the back there, so that's a bit of a joy to see because it's been a long time coming. These little cherry ones are already on the vine. They're just waiting to ripen up really, but we haven't had any heat. We actually haven't had the heat for it, but it seems to be coming now. They're supposed to be going up to 28 at the end of August, which is strange. It's normally cooling down, but it's actually heating up this time. So we'll see how that affects the garden. But yeah, that's the tomatoes. I've got a few different varieties. These are a red cherry. These here are, I can't remember what they are. These are called money makers. These are slightly bigger tomato. They're not actually ready on there yet. They've got a bit more growing to do before they start to ripen anyway. Going over here. Down there I've got my little totem tomato. It's getting shaded out a little bit, so I'm hoping in these start ripening up and I can take that one out before I start to have any issues with that. This beef variety that I've got over here, move over. I'm sorry if the filming's a bit jaggedy. I've not really filmed in this format before, so I'm not really used to it. The beef tomatoes actually do have some growing on there now, so hopefully they'll mature and ripen before the season's done. So these ones here, this is the same variety that's in the beds over there, and I mean they're looking alright. They're just not as chunky. I don't know if it's because those ones have had to deal with the elements and the wind and it's just made them a bit stronger. But anyway, that's my little tomato enclosure, and yeah, follow me on my journey to see how these get on. Right, last but not least, as far as the beds are concerned, the carrot bed. I have harvested some of these previously in a video and they've not done amazingly, but there is some in there now that are all poking out and looking quite ready, so I'm gonna be harvesting some of those in the next video, and hopefully there'll be a decent sized carrot this time. We'll just have to see. Right, I'm gonna head into the greenhouse. These are my little lemon trees. I've grown these from seed. They were looking really sorry for themselves not long ago. They were outside and they weren't enjoying all the wet, so I brought them in and they've just come on quite a bit. Hopefully they'll be a decent size next year. I'm not sure how long it takes before you start getting fruit. A few years, I'd imagine. But yeah, from seed, someone who's never grown anything, that's a win. Right, my little sort of nursery area here. These are just a mixed salad leaf. These are the succession sown salad leaves. I've got a load here as well. These ones are ready to go really. I'm going to chop them down, put them in a pot that's not particularly suitable for them, so they'll do better in the trays anyway, so I'm going to chop them down next video. Got some lemon basil on the way, some pak choi back there, some spinach. Only one of them's come up at the moment. This is just some cress. I let my little boy sow some seeds. He wanted to sow some seeds, so I put some cress in a little pot for him so you can see them grow quite quickly. In my last video I sowed these. These are the purple sprouting broccoli ready for the winter. I'm only actually going to need about 4 of these plants, so got a lot of pricking out to do and just see which ones look the best after a week or so. I've got my giant leek variety over here. I'm hoping I've potted these on recently. I'm going to try and grow them up a bit more before I put them outside, but I've got them to overwinter anyway, so hopefully I'll have some leeks come spring. These are a kale Nero. They're looking a bit leggy. I think they're competing for light in here, so I just hope they thicken up a bit before I have to put them outside and they don't just flop in the dirt. We'll see. I've got some jalapenos growing on here. I have noticed this morning but this one's got a hole in it, and there's some eggs on the bottom of the leaves. If anybody can tell me what eggs of what, what eggs or eggs of what that these are, that would be great. I don't know whether I need to be just squishing them off, or if they're, you know, something helpful like hoverfly eggs. That would be ideal, but if they're not, then I need to do something about it before I get any issues. I can't see any caterpillars on here, so I'm not 100% sure what's eating my leaves and what's had a munch of that pepper. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you have seen this issue before and what I need to do about it. Next thing to look at is the cucumber plant. This is the Adam F1 gherkin variety. It's just been cropping like mad. I've sort of filled up the jar that I was going to do for the pickles, and don't really know what to do with them anymore. I've got some of these that have got quite big. I'm going to chop these off in that next video and leave the rest to go on. I've not got, you know, a million left on the plant, so once those ones are off and these ones get up to size, that'll be it anyway. I think you can just peel the skins and use them like normal cucumbers, just little ones, but you have to peel them because they're really spiky. I don't know if you can see on there, really spiky. You have to sort of rub the spikes off with the cloth before you pickle them even, because they're, yeah, spiny little guys. Down here, a aubergine plant. It's actually got some flowers around there now. There's one there forming, and there's one down there that's actually flowered. I have no idea if I have time for these to turn into an aubergine or not. If you do know anything about that, let me know. If not, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Thanks. And last but not least, for the greenhouse, just pan around here. Again, sorry for the shaky video. I'm not used to filming like this, but anyway. These are a snack pepper. I've got loads and loads on here. My little boy loves eating them. It's just a snack, so that's good. They're all green at the moment, but some of them are sort of getting to size now, and hopefully in a week or two we'll have some ready to pick. But yeah, that's it for the greenhouse. If you come with me outside, I'm just going to walk through here and just to finish off the video, show you the sunflowers. So I'll start off over here anyway. These aren't sunflowers, obviously. The giant sunflowers that I had, they just went over. There's loads of seeds underneath here, so I've just hung them up, let them dry out. I don't know whether I'm going to keep the seeds or just give them to the birds, but we'll see. This is sweet pea. Had lots and lots of cut flowers off these. Had some the other day. Probably need to come out here in a day or so and get some more off. Apparently if you let them go over and then they start forming the little bean pods, they stop producing flowers because they think their job's done. So just got to keep on top of it, keep cropping them. This one here is the colour parade that we've got. It's got quite a lot of heads on it. This one's flowered, a few more on there. Really pretty sunflower. Move this over here now, so I like to try and keep a lot of flowers down this end to help pollinating the bees. Oh, I just remembered, I have actually forgotten a bed. Let me zoom around quick. And I forgot about the runner beans. How do you forget about the runner beans? These things have been going blooming mental. Yeah, they've just been absolutely going wild. I can't keep up with them. If anybody who watches this, well, my family members that watch this and friends in local area want some runner beans, I've got loads. So if you just chuck a comment in, or well, since you're family, you can probably just message me. If you want some, I've got loads. There's still loads and loads of flower on these. I've got the white ones, the Moonlight variety, and the red ones, the Firestorm. I think there was one more variety, another red one, but I can't remember what it's called. Probably something ridiculous like Blood Moon or something like that. Yeah, these have just been going absolutely wild. I've only got about 6 plants in there. I wasn't expecting this to go quite so berserk, but it really has. It must enjoy the conditions that we've got here. Some of them have got a bit too big now. I can't find an example now. Look at that. Look at that. Look how long that is. It's ridiculous. I probably leave some on the plant to dry out and then have some beans to chuck in casseroles and stuff over the summer months. Right, back to the sunflowers. This one here is our Italian white. We've got these nice long stems and they produce a lot of flowers. This is all one plant, so we've been chopping some of these off and using them as cut flowers in vases alongside the in fact, I'll insert a picture here. They look really nice. Just moving over here, these are the Pacino Golds. This little bit of sun we've had's really brought on these a lot. There's only 3 plants there, but look how many heads. It's crazy. And they're really, really pretty. Really pretty classic looking sunflower. They only get sort of 2 foot tall like that. Really good for borders or just pots. You can imagine one of those just on a windowsill even. You get, you know, the full sort of beauty of having some sunflowers with just one plant, not taking up a lot of space. I think I'm going to plant a few of those next year. We've got strawberries. There's 3 of these baskets hanging along here. They're just done. There's no chance of any strawberries coming. They're sending off all their side shoots, trying to grow more plants. I think I might get those in a bed next year instead of on the baskets, but we'll see. These over here are the teddy bear sunflowers. I've got 2 of them that have actually flowered out now. Very pretty. The bees aren't as keen on these. I think they struggle to get anything out of them. The petals are just too dense, but pretty nonetheless. And these are what's left of the giant sunflowers that we have. I've left them for the moment in the pots. Some of them have got these little side shoots going with little flowers on them. So I thought I'd keep watering them and see if I perhaps get some more heads on there, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for the garden tour. I'll see you in the next video and we'll harvest some of the produce. Cheers.